Welcome back to another episode of the Ark Survival Guide. Today we are going to explore the Giant Redwood Forest. So we just sailed down this coast. On the last episode we explored that lighthouse you can see off in the distance. And we are now in the Redwoods in a beautiful place with waterfalls and really cool mountains. And we are going to search for a good giant redwood tree where we can build a treehouse. So here we are. We just landed our raft in this cool little inlet. It's like a little bay down at the very beginning of the redwood forests. So we could see these before we got here, but you couldn't see any of the trees. They hadn't loaded in yet, so it looked like a giant barren, brown mountain. But it's actually a lot cooler. It looks like this ray actually jumped out of the water trying to get away from my turrets and ended up beaching and drowning himself. They do that sometimes. If you ever try to tame a ray, make sure it can't get out of the water because they will jump out of the water and die on you. So just a heads up on that one. So our turrets kind of laid waste to all the sea life in this little bay. So we went ahead and destroyed all of those guys and collected as much meat as we could. And it looks like everything's in pretty good shape on our base. We've got some more fish meat cooking on the grill. We pretty much are always going to have fish meat cooking. So let's go ahead and explore this area. So the big reason we wanted to go up into the redwoods is because we're trying to get some outposts together so that we can make sweet vegetable cakes. There's a lot of really good animals that we can tame with those and feed with those, so we want to get those going as soon as possible, but one of the main ingredients is tree sap. And the only way to get that is to create taps in these huge redwood trees. And you have to place them so far up in the tree that the only way you can really access them is if you make a tree platform base. So we're basically going to make a giant tree house. It's going to be a lot like the Ewok village on Return of the Jedi. And just like Endor was inspired by the giant redwood forests of California, this biome is really similar to that. So it's a really cool place. The redwoods are also very dangerous. They're full of terror birds, carnivores, and something called a thycoleo, which is like a big panther, tiger kind of thing. And they will actually sit way up in the trees and pounce like 100 feet out and just land on you, and you can't move. So they're pretty bad news. That bay is really cool from up here. You can see that lighthouse off in the distance. And those big spires of rock down there are where we trapped that gigantosaur. So that valley on the far right of the map right there is where that gigantosaur is just stuck. And hopefully he'll stay stuck forever, because we don't really want to deal with that guy. So this is a really cool area. There's a nice waterfall. This is very close to our Highlands base that we made, the Bag End base underneath the waterfall. And we've got some really big redwoods right next to this waterfall. One of the hardest things when you make a tree base is actually finding it in the redwood forest. They say the best place to hide a tree is in the forest. It's so true. So in order to make it easy to get back to our base so we don't just get lost on the way, I'm going to try to find a tree that's really close to this waterfall here, because that's like the easiest thing to find from the other side of the map. This is also really close to the snow biome in case we need to go up there for any reason. So this is a pretty good location. I'm loving this little stream coming down from the mountains, and this mountain right here is going to be a good place to park. We could actually build some stuff up on this mountain if we needed to. So I think we have a winner. This is probably where we're going to come back and build a giant tree platform base. And this redwood tree up here right off the mountain is very big. So I think that's going to work out nicely. I'll probably place it right around here. We'll have some really good landmarks, and it's right within distance of this bay here, so it'll be really easy to see. Now I'm staying high up above the trees because if you fly between the trees in the redwoods, especially on a pteranodon, you might get pounced. Oh, okay. We have a parasaur. It's a paraceratherium. It's kind of like a giant elephant-sized camel. And this is actually something I've been keeping an eye out for a very long time. I think we're gonna get sidetracked again. So every time, yeah, that's a pretty good looking parasaur there. So every time we go up and try to build this treehouse, we've been getting distracted. What is that? Anything dangerous? Looks okay. There's a lot of gallimimus out here that look a lot like raptors or carnivores from a distance, so I'm keeping an eye out for those. Yeah, let's see if this guy's a good level here. Yikes, those things are so fast. Alright, so I am probably going to be able to get a good look at this guy's level with this telescope. So we can see stuff just fine with the scope on our gun, but this is going to help us identify the level of this guy and the gender, and that's going to be pretty helpful. So let's see here. Check this out. Oh, perfect. Female level 4. That will be really easy to catch. So higher level parasaurs are pretty tough to tame. They take a lot of tranks, a lot of narcotics to keep them unconscious, but a level 4 should be real easy to get. The other thing is I'm going to be wanting to put most of my points into weight and movement speed for these guys. So that's going to be really helpful to start at a low level that will level up really quickly. We won't be losing any stats from other stats. So I think that is going to be a winner. It's really close to my base, and this area seems pretty safe down here too. I'm not seeing a lot of predators. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just position my base where it's going to be out of range of this thing. This thing has it's really tall. It's got a very long neck, so I don't want it messing with my dinos and poking its head over the raft. So I'm going to start by putting my turrets to sleep so they don't accidentally kill this thing when it comes close. And I'm whistling passive to all my dinosaurs. So yeah, at this point, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because this takes a minute to arrange everything. But I am going to go ahead and abandon, once again, we're putting the treehouse on hold. Shouldn't be for too long, but I definitely want to get this paraceratherium. These things are amazing because you can build a platform saddle on top of them, and it becomes a lot like a raft where we can build off of that platform and build all kinds of good stuff. This is going to be hands down the fastest way that we can get metal and stone once we build this thing. I'll show you a really cool trick so that we can get just thousands of stone. And we're no longer going to be limited to just getting stuff off of the coast because this guy can go on land. So yeah, we're going to prep for taming this guy by making tons of narcotics. We've got lots of narco berries, as you can see, and tons of spoiled meat. So I'm just going to get this going and make as many of these as we can because we're going to need them. So yeah, tune in next time. We will not be building a treehouse. We will be taming this parasaur. And after that, we're going to start making some really cool tricks to get crazy amounts of stone. So yeah, not quite what we expected, but still awesome. Tune in next time and we'll show you how great these things can be. Thanks so much for watching our video from the Ark Survival Guide. This is an amazing game, and it's sometimes really hard to learn how to survive, but we are dedicated to teaching you how to not just survive, but how to thrive and have lots of fun on this amazing game. So we have a series for just a Let's Play, so you can watch how we've conquered this vast open world, and we also have a guide series with specific guides on how to do certain things that are a little bit more confusing or difficult on this game. So be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are constantly creating new videos for you to enjoy, so you can travel through your journey on Ark with us and learn how to do everything you need to know to survive in this game. So thanks for watching, and we will continue to bring you great content that is suitable for the entire family, except maybe the occasional dinosaur poop. What can you do? This is Ark. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon on the next video.